Hello everyone, this is the Mad Salvi letting you know that unless things are proven with Twitter posts and stuff like that and have actual proof behind it, treat everything in this thing as a theory. I will try to mark certain things as news and theory and everything like that to kind of let you guys understand, but also, you know, use a critical mind. And I hope you do enjoy. Big news has hit the proverbial fan when it comes to everything. Idol Corp has been acquired by Brave Group. According to their announcement that I'm going to be reading here, they were recently acquired by Brave Group, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Brave Group, as we know, has Vispo, V4 Mirai, Globy, other ones. They are pretty much a conglomerate kind of thing. They are not necessarily even a talent management agency at this point. They are an entertainment group. They are an investment group. So they pick up people like this, like kind of like Pokemon cards. Here's their actual message. It says, 3 years ago, Idol was founded with minimal resources and a vision to support talents and maintain transparency within our community. Over the years, as we have grown and expanded our talent roster, maintaining the same level of support and operational efficiency has become increasingly challenging. They had a lot of money challenges. They had challenges where recently, Idol did not pay their freelancers on time. In fact, made one of them wait freaking weeks before they got paid, like 3 weeks in some cases before they got paid. And that was something that I myself had called out, because you have to hold these people accountable every single time. Maintaining some level of support efficiency has become increasingly challenging. To address these issues, the challenges, continue our mission, we are excited to announce that Idol has become acquired by Brave Group US. So now I guess technically they're not an Israeli-based group. They are a US-based group. At least they're Brave Group, you know. They could still be headquartered in Israel, but they are not technically owned by them anymore. Strategic move will allow us to continue supporting our talents with more resources and operational efficiency. Brave Group US shares our passion for VTubing and is committed to our original vision. Together, we believe we can elevate Idol to new heights. Talents will have the option to continue with Brave Group under the new structure or become indies with their existing characters and social media accounts. This might be a good time for them to try to renegotiate contracts since they're technically with a new group now. I don't know how that works per se, but a lot of times you can when there are acquisitions like this. A lot of times you can negotiate new contracts, or at least negotiate little, benefits to yourself as a part of the contract. Because, you're more popular than you were when you started the contract, that type of thing. Brave Group and Idol are aware of past operational issues and are dedicated to resolving them and preventing future occurrences. The issue that I have with Brave Group is that they recently had a huge leak of a lot of VTubers that were applying to them. A lot of VTubers who are under them, all that kind of stuff, so they need to fix their cybersecurity. That's one of the big things. We'll provide a clear timeline for delivery of all previously unshipped merchandise. Any items that cannot be shipped will be refunded. Additionally, if any freelancer has issues with an open invoice prior to the acquisition, reach out directly to payments at Idol Company. They might actually get paid this time. I'm just saying. They freaking took 3 weeks for them to pay some of the other freelancers. I don't think Brave Group wants that on their plate right now. So they're probably going to pay as much as they can. Understand that this is a significant change. We appreciate your patience and continued support as we navigate the exciting new chapter. Please look forward to a follow-up statement in the coming weeks with more detailed information. Now, with this, we have Avio Basin, the CEO, or the leader of Idol Group, leaving. He said, I'd like to announce I will be stepping down as CEO of Idol, passing the wand to Brave Group. It feels surreal to say goodbye to something that's been such a big part of my life, but it's time for a new chapter for both Idol and me. Probably got a golden parachute, just gonna be honest with you. Probably got a golden parachute. He deserves it though. He's been trying his best to be transparent, made a lot of mistakes along the way, but so do other humans. I am not free of mistakes either, so I'm not casting the first stone. When I founded Idol, it was all about giving amazing creators a spotlight they deserve and challenging what VTuber agencies should be. Looking back, I'm amazed at how far we've come. I'm grateful for every moment. I wish the best of luck to Brave Group, and I'm genuinely excited about what this means for Idol. They're just as passionate and committed to taking the original vision to the next level, and I trust them to lead Idol into a promising future. They've done Vispo, they've done other large ones, so I'm sure they're going to do a good job. To everyone who's been part of the journey, thank you for the bottom of my heart. Your support during the highs and lows keep us going. As I move on, I take with me not just the memories, but invaluable experiences and lessons that I will cherish forever. I can't wait to see how Idol grows and evolves. Here's to new beginnings, continued success, and maybe our paths crossing again. Remember, Brave Group is an investment group primarily. They're focusing on VTuber groups, of course, VTuber agencies, but they're investment groups. So what they do is that they let the agency handle things themselves, and they give them support, whether it become management support or primarily monetary support, in order to get projects out that will bring more income. Hexa says, thank you for all your hard work throughout the years. That won't be the same without you. Thank you for your kindness. Flipsy, you know, saluting. Shiny Piprup, that's very sad to see, but I understand and respect your decision. I wish you the best. I do wish him the best because he has shown that he's trying to be a good leader. He has shown, I mean, it takes a lot of leadership to leave when maybe things are going to be getting better and maybe, you know, more money would be coming into his pocket. It is a big step to do that. It takes a big man to do that, honestly, big person. And Brave Group does their own announcement in regards to what's going on. Pioneer VTuber idol groups, integrating Idol and Brave Group US, bringing a total of talents to 26. Click here. This is their Brave Group JP, EN News. This is their main one. Background and future, part of global expansion. Brave Group has opened 5 offices in 4 different countries to kind of make you know the whole thing. English-speaking and Chinese-speaking talents will also expanding in Europe. They're expanding it in various places, of course. Idol is a fast-growing VTuber startup in March 2022 that achieved rapid success at launch of English-speaking EN VTuber group in November the same year. In May 2024, the group launched Spanish-speaking Idol ES and bring their total YouTube subscribers around 1.6 million followers, which is good, which is why they bought it. Following this merger, Idol will retain its identity while being under the management of Brave Group. Like I said, it's more of a management / investment group than anything. Alongside the existing VTuber project V4Mirai for part of Brave Group US, these 2 projects, the group will work towards the development of their international activities with a focus on merchandising offering and the North American market. So, you know, we have Avio Basin, as we mentioned about stepping down. Norizaku Hayashi, CEO of Brave Group. As a lot of VTuber agencies were facing a large number of challenges, Idol managed to become one of the leading VTuber agencies, basically fluffing up the Idol thing. CEO of Brave Group, Keito Noguchi. Idol's been one of our key business partners. Oh yeah, because they did partner with them before in the past. So yeah, they've been doing it for, I believe, merchandising primarily. Our first time integrating non-Japanese VTuber agency into Brave Group. However, we consider it a great opportunity to reinforce our presence globally. Started doing it to increase their investment portfolio. That's something that a large agency like this would do, a large investment group like this would do. So I think it's going to go well. We have Boko Rakun, who I'm just going to see some of the words that she says.
I know that the black text wet background is kind of scared, but I will read it out for you. And also, I will be reading out the statement that my former CEO has made. Followers, I'd like to announce that I will be stepping down as CEO of Idol and passing the wand. Any other questions? By the way, if everyone has more questions or anything, the new main manager for Endless is Lonnie. So if you guys are on the Discord and you have any questions about anything, please ask Lonnie. She will probably have more answers than I do.
So yeah, they have new managers. They have their management, I think, is going to be shored up really well. I think this is going to be a positive step. It's kind of a weird step, but it's going to be a positive step for them. It's going to, because Brave Group does not like investing in things that are going to lose, of course. So my hope for them is the best in their future, and I hope everything goes well. Here we have the EN Super Chat earnings and live memberships of July 2024. This is newsworthy in my opinion, just to take a look at how everything is doing. This is all in thousands of US dollars, of course. Luxium Vox has 22k in super chats. Memberships 2,000, 14k for Ike, 14k again for Scarle, who still gets a lot. This is in the month, of course, of July. And the memberships are still pretty high. Continuing memberships, mostly likely. Luxium Luca, 13k, still pretty high. It's intense. It's insane how Scarle is still doing so well. Luxium, of course, is still the golden boys of the whole thing, of the EN side. Iluna Aya has 11k. XLA Hex has 10k with 1,000 memberships. Aya still has 600 memberships. That's nothing to sneeze at. Noctix Vulgar, 5k. Noctix Uki, 5k. It goes down. Sunny, Remu also has 2100. Maria, Marinette, 2100. We have Claude, 1500. Verve, 1300. Vanta, 1200. Meliko, Zali, and Vivi get the ones that are closest to 1,000 there. You have Ryoma, Aster, Pio, Finana. They're all below that amount with the memberships. Some of them having hundreds, like Alira still having hundreds of memberships, but seeing a lot less. Rosemi, I think Rosemi, maybe because she hasn't been streaming very much lately. Not sure what's going on there. Albin and Kunai doesn't seem to have any numbers, at least not any numbers there, or maybe they didn't make anything, because I do know Kunai has not really been streaming. Albin, I'm not sure if they haven't been streaming or not, but I know that Kunai has not been streaming. And Clara's still doing pretty well. The Noth people are still trying to do something, like Roma, still getting close to 1,000. So it is interesting to see all these numbers. I just like seeing the numbers because that kind of gives you an insight of what's going on. Rosemi and Petra only streaming twice this month to me speaks volumes. They didn't have their anniversary streams. They might have only streamed once for all we know. They've been pretty silent on Twitter as well. Rosemi tweeting for the first time in 10 days yesterday, and Petra only really retweeting announcements and fan art. It really does feel like they're silently waiting for their contracts to expire. Also, I mean, it could very well be that, or it could just be they're just not feeling good. It could just be all the things that have been happening. Maybe projects are being canceled. Maybe things are being held back to them, and they're just not feeling up to streaming. It happens sometimes. There are some times where, even I don't feel up to streaming, but I'm much smaller than them. I don't have an agency behind me, so I have to keep the grind going. Rosemi has mentioned her reason for not being away due to family member being ill on her Fall Guys stream. If I remember right, they were likely going to pass away, which would explain the absence. Absolutely, like I said, there could be other situations that happen. And my condolences if they did pass away. My condolences if they are on death's door. That is never, never a fun thing to happen. I've had that happen with family in front of me, and it is a painful thing. Even if it's extended family or whatever, it's painful. So my heart goes out to her. My well wishes go out to her, and hope that her family member has peace, and hope that she is able to find peace as well. I give credit where credit is due. Rosemi at least worked to make something. She says here, I worked on producing a comfy loungewear hoodie you can chill in or go out in and be cute rosebud with you for my 3rd anniversary. Please check it out if you're interested. Obsidian 3rd anniversary merch intro, soft and fluffy loungewear created by Rosemi Lovelock, produced by Rosemi Lovelock. It's still cute. I mean, it's still cute. It's a Rosemi type of thing. It's a pink hoodie. Yes, it's pink. It's a bit simple, but it's probably all that Nijisanji lets you do. This person say, I'm sorry, Rosemi, but that's just a pink hoodie with two flaps. No one would even know it's your merch because there's nothing to reference you. My bigger problem is that the fabric is 100% polyester according to the site. Thing is not good for your skin and will easily start to smell. Yeah, polyester is not breathable. There's cotton is better. Even if it's a cotton poly mix, which is cotton polyester mix, it's better, it's more breathable than that. I agree with the assessment that it's a bit too subtle to be supposed to be a unique live merch unless you know what you're looking at. Looking at it close up, it's not a hoodie you'll associate with Rosemi. And from a distance, it just looks like a standard pink hoodie. Compared to something like Okami Mio's hoodie, the one Uma wore on Capcom Street Fighter Tournament, it's not only looks stylish, but it has aspects of the Miofa on the sleeves and back that are clearly visible enough that any Hololive fan can see it and immediately recognize it. While at the same time, a non-fan will see it as a unique and good looking hoodie. This is the Miofa one. Yes, it has some things in there that are kind of cute. You know what I mean? It's hard to see, but I do think there's some custom graphics, like left chest embroidery. It's just a rose. To be fair, I'd rather wear something generic and subtle reference to the design match rather than something with VTuber's face and branding plastered all over it. Yeah, like Kaila's mug behind a simple red mug, I'm okay, written on the side with a pick of a hammer. That's kind of like what I want to do when I create merch, is have it be more subtle. Yes, I probably have things where you can have, my actual likeness on it, but I want options where it's more subtle if you want it, like a little logo or something like that. You know what I mean? Because not everyone wants to plaster your face everywhere. Not everyone wants that all plastered everywhere, If this is true, this is a sad thing that has happened. I don't care if you're a fan of Nijisanji. I don't care if you're a hater of Nijisanji. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. If this is true that the person did make their final attempt and did pass away, this Denise, I do send condolences to the family. I do send condolences to anyone who knew them. Just being honest here. If this is an attention-grabbing thing, then you are the lowest of the low. If you're doing this to grab attention and you aren't actually going through a crisis and this didn't actually happen, then this is just a messed up thing to do. But let's just treat it as if it happened. An actual farewell to everyone. I know this is some terrible and heartbreaking news that I'm going to share, but I hope no one gets affected by my disappearance. Some of you may probably already guess what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to attempt again and see what will happen. I've been harassed online and insulted to the point that my mental health can't be saved. I received a lot of support from each corner and it did cheer me up a little, but Xavier and Diana decided to make a comeback and ruin my heart. And that's decided that millions of scars from the pain. I had enough. You win, Diana. You win. I'm sorry for doing this. I promised myself I won't do it again, but it seems like I've been driven to it. The doxing, the insults, the death threats, and that disgusting picture truly disgusts me and makes me uncomfortable. I love you all so much. I'm a million times thankful for all the support I received from everyone. No words could express how thankful I am for everything. Don't be sad when my attempt works. Be happy because you were there to see me when I was still breathing. This is a goodbye. Like I said, if this is true, it is a sad day for anyone because no matter what side you are on, no matter what side you stand or anything like that, you are important to somebody. This is my PSA to you guys. You're important to somebody. You're someone's light. You are the light that someone looks to give them meaning and to help them through their tough times. So of course, if this ever happens to you where you feel you need to do this, reach out to somebody. Even if it means reaching out to me, reach out to somebody, please. That is my message to you. Do not let this be a moment that the weakness brings you to that kind of conclusion. It is strong. You're strong either way to make the decision that you're going to make. But please, reach out to somebody. And people will show you that they care. People will show you that you matter. And that is a little bit of PSA, but let's keep reading what they say. Still suspect this is a fake sock puppet thing. However, if it is real, help Denise rest peacefully. This is sad regardless. I remember that thread now. Same feelings, by the way. Does Aaliyah have their own account? Because in this instance, honestly, a little off-putting how it's being portrayed. Like I said, if this is a attention-grabbing thing, how dare you? This is horrible. There are people who actually go through these types of things to just do it for attention. That's not good. That's not good. Get help in whichever way you can. I'm not saying that you are twisted or whatever. Just if you're going through psychological things where you feel you need to even make these posts to get attention, then please get some help, because it will make your life so much better. And if this, like I said, if it ended up being a tragic thing has happened, then my condolences go out to anyone who knew them and their family. And this person is saying, Aaliyah, be controlling your account for a little while. Going to make appreciation sort of fly high tag for lovely best friend. I want to read it out most of during the funeral, like supposing things are true. Like I said, I'm just treating it as if it were true. So again, please get some help and I mean it not like in the joking kind. Get help if you need it. If you are in these down moments, please reach out to somebody. Here we have some short but lovely memes here. We have Hololive versus Nijisanji Hololive. They have a wall where people can put stuff on there. I've seen artists and other things put it on there, and they keep it for posterity. So finally got to make my mark on the wall. A Hololive talent, a Nijisanji talent. They threatened to kick me out after pointing at my play button and yelling yoink. Just saying yoink was enough to get her banned. Almost kicked out. And heavily chastised. That's the darn bad part about Nijisanji. That's really bad. And they're both Japanese agencies, so I don't think Hololive would have ever treated them that way. And then we have here a random meme because I'm bored. It says, in Mother Matara, Roach vacuums made. It said like it's the in Mother Russia type of things, you know. So it's basically the made mint one is the one for the daki. It's the thing for the daki showing the thickness of made mint. But yeah, it's hilarious seeing this stuff. I love seeing these memes. One of the Holostars Uyu, Holostars JP is my understanding here, finally got their 100,000 subscriber thing from Uproar. So it's a Holostars boy. I'm glad that they're getting 100k plus. Watching the Holo Boy succeed is always a welcome sight. It's been a while, and I'm glad that he finally got 100k subs, and his play button well deserved. Holo JP is so underrated. I'm glad that every achievement they have. I'm assuming you mean Holostars JP, Holo JP, or Hololive JP are not underrated. Leago has really good eyes. You see that, Kurosanji? You couldn't always effing ask for the silver play button. Yeah, he effing asked for it, and he got it. Like, here's the thing with that Hololive seems to do when it comes to their play buttons. They give one to their talents, and they take one for their office. It's just $150 extra for it. So, in the case of Fuwamoko, they even went above and beyond that, which they gave Fuwa and Mokoko their own separate play buttons. So they already paid for $150 for the extra play button for Mokoko or Fuwa or whoever they ended up getting the extra play button for. And then they pay another extra $150 for the one that they're going to be using in their office. Because a lot of large agencies, Aka Virtual, everyone involved wants to have a little bit of that, that show-off potential of having so many people hit 100k, etc. But they do something different than what Nijisanji does. Nijisanji just keeps those that are free in their office, and Hololive gives it to their talents and then keeps one in their office. So they always get two for every talent, pretty much. We have more news. Hi everyone, haven't been online. I've been able to made aware of the situation. Here's some response with receipts. I apologize for any further concerns. This is about Lily VT. Lily VT is a demon, I believe they're a demon VTuber, and they have a style that is reminiscent of a lot of other VTubers. So they, like myself, got accused of copying because, content is similar and the style is similar. There are so many similar designs nowadays. You cannot be fully original unless you add something, strange and odd to your creation. Like heterochromia is not original anymore. Me being a squirrel is not original anymore. Kemono Mimi is not original anymore. So if you're talking about originality, pretty much nowadays, very few people in the designs are going to be fully original, other than maybe, you know, having weird proportions, or, you know, even like the thick side is not original anymore, that type of stuff. You can have it be unique to yourself, but designs in general nowadays with popular media for how long it's been around, it's not original. Like, for example, this looks like something from I was a slime, or I became a slime. I reincarnated and became a slime. I forget the name of the exact anime, but that one. It looks like some of the demons that are there, some of the Onis that are there. So this is an Oni person, of course. And they're saying, you know, royalty, don't want this to come across as hostile by any means, but I have concerns with your design, combined with the lore daemon. It took me very long to come up with a design for my character. My lore fits that with the daemon term because I'm computer programmed, which is what a daemon is. No, daemon is more, it's a long one. It used to be the old way of calling demons. It used to be a Latin term as well. It's just no. You can't really just take daemon as your own. You can't do that. That's just not right. Continuing on, powder. I understand this powder is the one that's claiming that they're copying them. I understand your concerns. I hope it didn't offend or upset you. When I was coming up with a new design, it felt fit me more. I just knew I wanted an elf with long white hair. It's always what I loved. I wanted to add horns because I thought they looked cute, and my favorite color is purple. Then I wanted a streetwear text wear style. That's what I came up with. When coming up with a lore, I knew that daemon is an old English way of spelling demon. Sometimes the difference is that daemons are good spirits and demons are bad. I honestly just enjoyed the term and history of on daemon itself. It also has Latin roots and things like that. It says, in fact, Cherry came across someone on a stream chat. She was finishing my reference sheet that thought she was drawing you a new outfit. She was confused at first and was worried, then brought it up to me the next day, and I felt super bad and discouraged that I felt like I was copying. After I talked about it, we truly felt the design was original enough to move forward with it. Never meant to disrespect or ill will towards you. So they're apologizing for all this stuff. And people, of course, look, when you have fans, they're gonna be like, dude, they're copying you, bro. Like the freaking stuff that's been said against me. Dude, they're copying you. Dude, they're doing the same thing you're doing. Fans, rabid fans will be rabid fans. That's the thing. She follows me too and interacts with you, so I don't think it's a stretch. Say she knows of you. So basically, they're assuming because fans see this as like copying, that it's actually copying. They're sniffing their own farts at this point. Don't mean to sound rude, but I don't believe you about the motivation behind your lore. See, now they are rude. I don't mean to sound rude, but hey, I'm gonna be super rude. I hate when people do this. I don't mean to sound rude, and then they become rude afterwards. So they're saying, basically, I don't mean to sound rude, but you're a liar, pretty much. Just want to avoid these type of messages from mutuals, and I feel uncomfortable knowing you knew of me during the design process. You can always take inspiration from others. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're fully copying them, you know what I mean? Computer program would make me anxious if you looked more different or perhaps use different lore. The similarities did catch the eyes of others, so if anything in the future, there are comparisons. I hope they won't cause too much trouble. Wouldn't be so nervous if the design was so similar to the lore. Both of them being the same time raises my suspicions. Person is accusing of copying again. Sorry you feel that way, but I really don't know what else to tell you. And I don't mean to sound rude either, but I really don't appreciate basically being called a liar. Exactly. If you don't want to believe me, then don't. But as you can see, after I gave my description of what was wanting, the first design was presented to me. I loved it. There were no references to you. Of course, not any references to you at all. And you weren't even part of the design process. I'm really sorry. I'm telling the truth. My model is already in the works, so I really would rather not change my design. And they're not going to change it. They shouldn't change it. Appreciate you getting back to me. I appreciate the DMs being sent. Definitely sets off a lot of red flags. The design originally was going to be different color. The mention of daemon spelling wasn't until later you posted it publicly. So they keep going on. They just keep going on and on and on. Says Powder contacted Cherry prior to contacting me. Unaware of this until I messaged Cherry about the first time Powder DM'd me. Explained her process and reasoning thoroughly, and it'd be left unread. 3 months later, after no response, Cherry did end up reaching out to her again while she was creating my model and had asked if she felt uncomfortable in any way, and if she wished changes to be made, we would accommodate. So they weren't even trying to be accommodating, and you were being an ass. What the hell? There were no changes asked to be made or anything of the sort, just that she didn't want to see any more updates on the matter. Okay, don't get updated then, and don't get pissed off when it continues. Gosh darn it, I hate this. My reasonings would be not have gotten through to her, and at the end, there was no point in trying to explain. To be completely sincere, my reasonings and responses only be met with, I don't believe you, was crushing. Didn't know how to respond and honestly felt offended. So I understand that part. And they go on to mention things like both Cherry and I were disheartened by this, and I wish there was a way to make amends. However, after what I have seen from screenshots and replies from her followers, I'm not sure I want to associate with Powder and her community at all. I'm saddened that she made a post without proper receipts and made it out to feel like Cherry and I were awful people who didn't even try to accommodate. And that's the thing. In the situation that I had, the a-hole who put the stuff against me decided to just put it out and say, I don't want you to mistreat this person, but this is why I want you to mistreat this person. Kind of thing like that. Never reached out to me, never even tried to talk to me, just decided to put a hit piece out on me, And, you know, the rest is history. I'm just continuing with my stuff. And I just get reminded every time I see these things. People love throwing accusations out without proof or with flimsy evidence that can be pointed more towards the algorithm than it can be pointed towards any kind of direct copy. Absolutely no problem. I'm happy you brought it up. Better figure out everything earlier than never. I think it's very reasonable too. Faults for not thinking more of your perspective. I'm appreciative. So this is basically saying, you know, right here, Powder is saying, this is when Cherry contacted Powder, and it says, thank you for being so kind to me. Upon seeing some of the DMs, it does make me sad that the original design requested was to be red. This shade of purple wasn't until later, because people change their minds. I do believe that in the future, it says here, both not, it says, in addition, also, the mentioning of looking like me and you both not caring about what would affect someone does raise a lot of red flags. Oh my god. Victimhood. Victim. I do believe that in the future, if we get confused together, I'll have to say something about not being associated. I got some advice for fellow VTubers, from fellow VTubers and friends on how to approach it because they share the same looks. Like Powder is an alt outfit, as both you and the client felt similarities to. So yeah, just because their friend group said, oh, these are similar, they got it in their head that they are. Pretty much, this is what it screams out to me. And, you know, the reply again, thank you for your reply. Hope you're having an all right day. I hear thoughts, and I'm not trying to diminish your thought process behind this, but there's a few things I would like to clarify so that there won't be any negative feelings, thoughts held on. Firstly, the color issue. Red was definitely one of the colors she mentioned she likes, but she also had other colors, as you can see here. And it said purpley color using blah, blah, blah. So basically, she's trying to put the reasoning behind it. It's saying it was, you know, also be Emilia from ReZero's casual outfit too, since Emilia had purple. Is it just that is Emilia copying Powder now? You know, that type of stuff. In popular media, certain colors fit. The Oni looks very cute with the purple color. I will say that. So it's like, why are you really being this way? You could, I mean, yeah, you could be saying, I mean, this person gave them more chatting than the person that went against me, but still, these people are explaining their whole process through everything. Hope I'm getting across the ideas. You know, she's basically saying, we should have thought it could be passed off. You know, that the differences were enough for there not to be any confusion. But of course, fans are going to be confused. And then she shows the actual, you know, look of it. Thank you for reaching out. This is Cherry again. I spoke with my OC designer and Kuro about it, got their feedback on the matter, gave me good insight and opinions about it. I think it's best if I no longer see any updates about the model. So now they're saying they don't want to see any updates. If you complain at this point, then you're just an a-hole. If you complain after saying you don't want any more updates, you're just an a-hole. To be perfectly clear, my reasonings behind my design and lore are plain and simple. Wanted to be a hot demon elf girl with white hair. My favorite color is purple, and I chose the spelling daemon because I thought it was cool and enjoyed the history of the word. For context, daemon or even daemon, D-A-I-M-O-N, is an old English spelling of demon. They're interchangeable. It is a Latin word used by Greeks to reference the demons in religion and mythology. There are also writings that consider daemons to be good spirits rather than bad spirits, which is what I was going for. I actually had no idea that in modern day, a daemon is a computer processing program, and I learned that fact in Powder explained the lore. So yeah, they didn't do anything intentionally. And here they have the explanation of daemon with the Latinized meanings, and daemon in computing with the meaning of daemon in computing. It's a computer program that runs in background processes. So they're explained all that kind of stuff. And Cherry says, I can make a little mood board and stuff. I already have a little bit, but my current OC is a space elf. And I love her because I'm outgrowing her a bit, you know. So in my head, I see demon elf, long white hair, red eyes, Oni horns, big old elf ears, little fangs, tech streetwear fit. I also thought it would be neat. The tips of her ears and horns and tails were red as well. Yeah, it's kind of a cute look to it. So yeah, it's basically explaining here. Also lots of ear piercing, hoops, studs, maybe dangly crystal earrings. She could be a cool, classic, sparkly, thinks hilarious and laughs at her own jokes type of gal, that type of thing. Of course, here's a small update with some coloring. So they updated it, you know, with some looks. It looks very nice. It's a very good look. You're totally fine. I was just wanting to see Whip because I'm deciding other graphics stuff for the stream. So no worries. She looks cute right now. Nothing has changed. We're fixing to move in a few weeks. So I've been busy. I actually really love the purpley color used in the horns and eyes. And then, you know, basically they're contacting each other about, you know, moving on, everything. So they're showing receipts about every single thing they've done to move forward with what's going on. And it says, I do know of her, I follow her, talking about Cherry, talking about Powder. Summer, they talked about having a similar color palette. It calls Powder, I wonder if you know her. Basically, white plus purple colors. White plus purple is not a copywritten color, okay? You can't copyright that style. People can get inspiration. I do know of her, I follow her, but I don't really keep up with her content. We do look pretty similar. Personally love the color palette, and I think we have different designs, so I'm not really worried about it. If you think there's a way to make the design more unique, that'd be cool. We can go for it. I know you shut down a different pupil idea. I'm so sorry. Like, we could always add more color if all the black is drawing her out. I feel like it can be super bland with character design sometimes because I like really feel comfy, cozy, sparkly. So yeah, they're throwing out ideas. They're trying to be accommodating, but this person was just not having it. Their community was not having it, and they accused them of stealing, which is not right. A lot of people get accused of this in the VTuber sphere. It's a way to knock off your competition. A lot of people do Google Docs to try to knock off competition, as I've been a victim of myself. It is not the right way to do it. You're supposed to talk to each other, at the very least, they tried talking to each other here, which is more respect than I got from the person who tried to knock me down. So that happens. And I applaud this person for responding. I applaud them for Lily for responding in a kind way, responding in a respectful way, and trying to get things resolved before going out and making something like this, not just pushing it out there and making it because you don't like the person or you don't like what's happening or what have you. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, where I'd like to showcase VTubers big and small and give back to the community who has given back so much to me. We have Koshmar, who is a dream demon. They are they, safe for work, but minors do not interact. What they are doing is that they are right now on a hiatus. They wanted me to mention that they are in a hiatus. They, them, or he, him are the ones that they prefer. They're a full-time VTuber content creator, as in they're like creating, art content, things like that. They are not a YouTuber. I'm going to show you some videos to kind of give you an idea of what they are, but let me explain what they are first. They're a small but mighty dream demon, Koshmari. Purple is love, purple is life. Just a silly little guy that does art, animations, pixel art, and plays farming games or RPGs, usually turn-based ones. I drew and rigged my current model and most art on the channel, unless stated otherwise. Maybe like one piece is not done by them, but most is done by them, which is amazing. I love it when people can do that. I can't, so I always am in awe for people that can do that. I always also use Stream Avatar app for my streams and have created basically dress-up game for my viewers where they can customize their own little guys and can earn points to buy more things like watching my streams and participating in chat games. Currently, I'm sadly on hiatus due to IRL stuff, but they'll be back soon. They stream themselves either playing games or making digital art. They're going to be having big projects when they come back from their hiatus. They like to truly be themselves without restriction. That's why they do VTubing. That's kind of what I do as well. They would not mind collabing with anybody as long as everything meshed perfectly, of course, as the way it should be. Their future plans, nothing they like to publicly announce. They don't like to publicly announce anything right now. They once won an indie VTuber talent hosted by Heisengard. Really fun and chaotic mess, but it's one of the favorite memories of putting myself out there, participating in something so large scale. So they won one of those things, which is amazing. Sadly, I cannot find the actual stream. Love to watch it back, but at the very least, the tweet confirms my victory is still up. And this is the specific tweet that they have. They wanted me to show you. Here we go. This is them, our winners, Koshmar and Ms. Peachy, for winning the being a part of Indie VTubers Got Talent. So they're one of the people. It's like America's Got Talent type of thing, but for indie VTubers. Let me show you. This is their channel. Their subscriber count is pretty high, of course, but that is because they have been very active before, and right now they're taking a break, as you can see here. Their art is also very, very nice art, very good art. Here, let me show you some of the art specifically. Some of the most recent ones that they've done. Very cute. That's the art there. And here's them streaming.
I almost clicked. My goodness, game.
So I like their character. I like everything that's going on. They seem to have, stream avatars on the bottom, either that or friends. And it looks like a comfy streamer. Comfy stream where you can just go and relax. So thank you for taking a look. And also, thank you, Rem, for being a part of this VTuber Showcase. I hope that this helps you grow, and I hope that you continue to do amazing things in your future. And I hope that this helps you a little bit. Thank you. That is all for right now. Of course, comment, like, and subscribe down below. Thank you for being here. Of course, I love having the conversations with you guys. I love having these things with you guys, and I do appreciate it whenever you guys do comment. Take a look at my description for my socials. There's a Discord, there's Twitter, there's other places that you can check me out, Twitch, etc. And also check on your screen right now, because there might be a video that you might enjoy. Thank you.